It's yeah. I mean, jeez. This upward bull run the last 3 hours, sharp upward, and then a steady. Now let's see where we go. We're at interesting levels now. Over the last 3 hours, we had a strong upward trend. Initially boosted like crazy after it hit around 20K. Now we've had a steady upward run, which, as you see, all the lows are always higher than the previous low, just barely, but they are. But what happened here in the past hour, past 30 minutes, we had a break of this low here, which is, but it's not strong. It went down just for a little bit. We're actually at those levels right now, 2130, 2330. This is the challenge for it. If it gets below this for a period of time, then we might be in trouble. Obviously, the next area of support here, we've built a lot of support up here, as you can see. Boom, boom, boom. But this 21,300 level is going to be quite interesting to see if that holds, or else there's going to be some some downside. It's kind of figuring out. It's chilling at those levels, which is pretty common when it's testing. It kind of chills. The market kind of decides, are we going to go above the support, below the support? But once it does decide, makes a significant move, then it will get moving. It's kind of like it's a little stuck. The car is stuck and it doesn't know where to go. Once it gets a push, it's going to start rocking and it knows where it's going. The momentum traders flying. So we are staying above those levels ever so slightly. Um, let's see if now we're going back down. So we're really hovering around that. We could. Sometimes those do take a while to get some momentum going, and they hover around those magnets. If you watch my streams, you know about the magnets, which is a key philosophy when doing trading. Let's see where it runs here. Okay, we're starting to fall down. That 300 level. If we get all stay below 300, we're running towards there. We're under 300 now. Oh, we're hovering around 300. Let's get this going up here. See, it's really trying to figure out what to do around those low 300s, which is the support level right here. Oh, we're dropping. Now you could see some strong momentum now build in. You'll see it. Yep. And we see we just saw in an instant down 80, which is what happens. He was kind of chilling around there, and then once it decides to go, the momentum comes in. Let's see if it kicks back up or stays under there. It's not even been a minute under 300, so we really need to see sustained levels below 300 in order to really break this support over here. We're chilling around 240 now. These levels don't watch out for the next level, which is in the hundreds. Next support level is going to be 140. Let's see. Luckily, we do have a lot of resistance built in here. This is the slow churn up for the past since the market opened, really. Um, we've been churning up, but so it's going to take some significant volatility um, to break all of these, right? These resistance levels. Why? Well, people when they're trading, they put in trades. The thing with technical analysis, right, is that it's kind of a thing because, well, people think it's a thing, right? So when people think it's a thing, people act on this thing that they think is real. Actions affect the market. All these support levels. You go into the order books, people have big orders there. That is what support is in reality. It's not some fake thing. So it takes some volatility, some volume really, to get that, um, and push it through those levels. So we're hovering around up over around 300 now. Let's see. Yeah, that. Again, this 330 level, I don't think it's going to be tough to push through that now. Let's see if we push through. See, and simple tech analysis, right? Once it breaks through, it broke through from the top and went down below that 330 resistance level right here. Now that's going to act as resistance. When as going upwards, you know, we're gonna have trouble breaking through that resistance. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got some still hovering around this 300. We could hover around these levels for a bit. Get your popcorn ready. There's today's action. Today's action is not over, folks. Let's see what we got here. Yep, that resistance, that 300 resistance that I'm talking about, that we set right here. As I've been saying, we keep hitting higher resistance over the past 3 hours before open. We had a steady open. We had a steady rise here, which we built up some strong resistance levels at these points, right? Last one was 300, which we're kind of fighting with right now. We just broke it, and now it's fighting to get back up. Now it's acting as a resistance, so it's having trouble getting over that. But after this, the levels are to look at. It's going to be 150 here, guys. Yeah, that 300 level is going to be tough to break through on the top there. We built in this long upward trend here, which looks quite exhausted. This doesn't last for 10 hours. This kind of trend, it just doesn't. Things get exhausted and end up reversing at some point. But if you look at the volume numbers, we hit some high volume right at these peaks, which is what happens a lot. That you had these rise, which is what we've seen a lot in the market, is these push upward, and then you immediately drop almost to those levels, but just above, right? So ultimately, it's the same trend line, right? You see this trend line built in on the graph. It's perfect, right? Okay, we're dropping up. Drop another under 225 here. Can I short Bitcoin? Of course you can, man. Absolutely, you can short Bitcoin. go to a trading app. Uh, don't know where you live, man, but most of the top trading apps you could they have tools to short. I shorted uh, Solana recently, and I took it off 2 days ago. Uh, After I had some good gains, I was feeling good, and of course things dropped significantly after. Again, continued to drop. And guys, let's zoom out here a little bit. Yeah. Oh, so this is, guys, this chart is quite unbelievable. This is a 7-day chart. This looks like a 6-month chart. This does not look like a 7-day chart. It's just like, God, so much action. Look at this volatility here, and we are. This volatility is, we're in the heat of it right now. Really, in the last day, it's been record levels. But let's zoom in back here, see what we're doing here. We're coming back to that 300. This 300 is the magnet, like I'm talking about, that we could hover around for a little bit until we really break down to these. Sorry, where are we? These levels, 140 or so. That is where we're really gonna have to check. So yeah, right now our range is 150 to 300. If we break through either of those, we'll look for some added volatility. We're just going to be chilling in this range until we hit 300, or go below 200. Really, this 2 to 300 range, we've been chilling in here. We're not going to be chilling in here long. I can tell you that. Just like any of these other ranges, you get volatility here. This range is already some of the low vol. Look at this. There's volatility. These bars represent volatility in the volume. They represent volume, which correlates to volatility. We are almost overdue for a significant volatility. We haven't had a volume over 2.5. Let's see, that's around 15 last, and then this one was 12. 12 is quite low for this current market. Okay, we're getting some vol here. Look for this vol to hit over 15. I think we're gonna hit over 15 volume here coming up. We broke through 200, folks. Yeah, guys, if we keep breaking through these, that's strong negative momentum. Meaning, once we get past this one to 2906, look back towards that 20,000 level. Let's see. Yep. Look. We are. Let's zoom out a little bit here. The resistance levels, right? Like I've been talking about right here, 300. We broke that. We have 100s, 140s. We are approaching that. Where's the key? The key is going to be right here. If we break through this 21,000, which we are very close, we're about 1% above. Watch out, folks, because we don't have any support. If you guys remember, earlier today, we had a breakout when it hit 20,000, and it kind of jumped a little bit. Went up 2%, and then went up another 5%. And see, we're still in this range of 2 to 300 here. And Because people ask me all the time to do different altcoins, which I've done, but I don't really care about them, to be honest. Don't care. Bitcoin, Ethereum matters a little bit as far as the market direction, as far as altcoins. So if you want to look at altcoins, just look at Ethereum. Um, Ethereum is more correlated to altcoins. It is altcoin, in itself, and it is the biggest altcoin. Um, but yeah, Bitcoin's the big boy. As you guys can see, Bitcoin dominance has been on the rise, which is expected. But there's been some days where actually, even in this route, that altcoins vastly overperform the. Let's look 24 hours. Yeah. Again, if you look at a 30-day here, yeah, this is when it started. What day is that? I think it was June 10th. Around there. And God, this route. On to, I mean, I think we'll see it in the 20,000s today. Um, the stock market, it will play a role in that if it does do that. Ultimately, we've seen a little bit of people saying this correlation with the stock market, especially the Nasdaq and Bitcoin, has been strong until the correlation is kind of separated a little bit the past week here. Not the past week, past couple weeks. There's been a little bit weakening, but I think it's overall it's still incredibly correlated. Um, so if we do see some pump as the Fed, let's check. Let me check something. Well, so Chairman Powell is speaking at 2:30, so in a few hours. And after that, we'll really get an idea of where we're going today. But there's going to be some. There's always volatility, and it's always fun to watch at that point. And I was trying to do a stream at that point. That can easily get us under 20K. That can easily get us over 22K. It's just going to be a big volatility events. I wouldn't be surprised either way. I have no tendency. I'm not betting on which way the market's going to move. I can imagine there's going to be big swings. And sometimes you see swings that initially the meeting's going, the chairman starts talking, Federal Reserve. You get a big swing one way, and then a minute later, 10 minutes later, it's going the other way. You're like, where did this go? Last meeting, I believe it was the last meeting, I went up 4%. Next day, stock market drops 4%. And, wiped down all the gains. So, a lot of volatility. Sometimes there's been a lot of volatility day after as well as people let it soak in and really strategize. I think they're overrated. There's usually not too many surprises in the Federal Reserve. Um, they don't like surprise. They don't like to get the market surprised. So they typically like to hint at what is what they're going to do before they actually announce. So there shouldn't be too many surprises in the meeting itself, but there's going to be volatility. The market reacts strongly to little clues in his talk. So yeah, we're interesting. We're going back to the 300 level here. Let's zoom in to the 3 hour. That 300 level is going to be huge. Are we going to break through that? We're building a strong line of support here. And right, the level 316 that we had, the previous resistance, is the resistance that we're going to see. We're not breaking through that. We are just not breaking through that. I expect some downside here, but we're going to have to break through this line right here of 150. We're really just chilling at this level, this 2 to 300 level, which is the magnet, as I always talk about. That you're just going to chill until you break out above this 300 level, which we are close at 330. We are close to that, but or else you're going to see this 150 here. But yeah, as I've been mentioning, if you go on the 12-hour, we've had a steady rise here, steady uptrend with strong strong support built in here. Each support being higher than the previous, which is a strong bullish sign. But this level right here is the key level, 29. If you see, we did not build any supports from 24 to 29. So that is going to be interesting when the Fed starts speaking at 2:30. If we do get some volatility, and it could go up or down. I don't know where it's going to go from what the Fed's going to say. No one does. But if we do get some volatility, sometimes it goes down in the beginning and then it bounces back. But if it does at any point get below this 29 level, that's going to be quite scary because we don't have much. You can see a huge fall once you hit down to 29.6 here. This fall, you could see this fall right here, initial fall, didn't go too far. It has a lot of support. Now it's still figuring out. This is going to be tough. It's going to take a lot of volume to break through these support levels. And look, we're hitting back to the 21.3 levels. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is going to be an interesting few minutes here. We are at the 21.3. That's the 330 is the line. We're building a slow. Oops, sorry. Let's go on the. Yep. We're going up slowly here, but why is this chart messed up? There we go. Jeez. Oh my God, this 21.3 right is the line in the sand that we should see, which is right here. That's the resistance, pretty strong resistance. I don't think we're gonna break through that. I mean, we might break through, but it's gonna be difficult. I'd say that. I think there's more likely this downtrend is forming, and we just got to break through this level of 2140. I forgot where is it right here. 2160. 20, yeah, around 21.1. If we break through that, you're going to be the 21, and then once you break through that, as I keep saying, this level right here, 21, you are screwed for a free fall. There is no support at all here. Nothing. And I say this often. What does support actually mean? Because people say it's a technical term of technical analysis. But is it real? Why is it actually a real thing? It is a real thing because people think it is a real thing, right? So people act because people think it's a real thing. They actually make decisions based on that, and they will put in orders at these resistance levels that the charts show. So if you look at these order books, this is the order book, guys, right here, that I always take a look at. Volume is just how much Bitcoin. So people, if you look at the order books, you'll see big orders at these spots, and then right here, from here, there isn't as much orders, limit orders, right? So people have those limit orders in there because they expect that the market's going to bounce at these resistance levels. But once it goes through those orders, if you get enough volume, you break through, then watch out. Because essentially, if you're breaking through all of that resistance, that means you have a lot of volume. And once you break through that resistance, there isn't a lot of orders below, but there is a lot of volume still, right? Because there's a lot of volume if you're breaking through that. And then it just goes to supply and demand. There's not as many orders selling, and there's not as many people buying. There's a lot of people selling, and that just boom can just get a huge. And that's what happens in all of these big big moves, short-term moves that happen in like 5-10 minutes. This move happened within 30 minutes. It went up, very significantly, just straight up. Let's back up to the 3-hour here. I have not. Is there anyone? Nope, no one's in the chat here. Okay, guys, we're going back down to 200 now. This is going to be interesting. Again, these levels is right here that we're looking at for the next support. But really, since we have looked at this resistance here, this support here, we have built in our own, again, the magnet from 2 to 300, which we've been in, like I mentioned, we could be in there for a while. We've been in there for almost 30 minutes in this 2 to 300 magnet, which it just goes up above the 250. We're getting, guys, we're going, oh shit, guys. Okay, remember this 2100 level. It's support, so it's gonna be, we're gonna need some volume to break through that. Oh, we're through. Oh shit, guys, we're through. Let's see if it needs to stay under this 20. It's not. It's right testing that 2100, 21100. Okay, we're under it now, but it needs to stay under there for a few seconds. Is not good enough. You're gonna need a minute or two, and then we're in trouble. Oh, that 21, guys, we're getting close to 21, which again is that. Let's go to 12-hour here. Oh shit. Oh, again, we're getting close to this level right here, which we could see strong negative. We're gonna see a big move here. Oh shit. Let's see. We finally, like I said, we were overdue for some volatility here. If you look at the volume, these bars represent volume. The higher the bar, the bigger the volume, which correlates to volatility. Okay. And that 2100 is gonna be. It could play around, go back to that. The new magnet is 21.1, which again. 21.1 is here, which is this support. We were at this magnet before, 21.3, this support. We just bounce, right? So you bounce from one support down to the next, and the next one becomes that magnet. So we might be hovering on this 21.1 for a bit, unless we break down, we get under that 21.1, like 20, I would say close to 20. 21, there's the next resistance magnet, is 21, boom, down here, which is low for the last 3 hours. Yep, this is the 3-hour chart, so we are getting close to the 3-hour low. But let's see, let's go back to the 1 hour here. Yep, we were bouncing a little bit. Let's see if we get back to this trend line here. we might have gotten ourselves. If it doesn't bounce, it's got to break up above here, 21.2, to get back into this magnet level, or else it's going to stick to this magnet, which is 21, 21.1. Oh, this is the real test. The 21.2. Ah, again, the test is this level. This is what you're looking at, right? Right here, boom. You have two, and really this one's this one's the third one. Yeah, 21.2. You have 21.2, 21.2. Let's see if we break up that. Okay, yeah, it's breaking down. If it does break down, we could see this could provide this upward trend. Sometimes upward trends actually provide the momentum to go back down, like a swing. You just go the farther you go one way, the farther you go the next way. So this could give the momentum to break down below 21. Let's see if that does it. Or look, it is challenging this 20 back to the 21.2 level, and if it stays above 21.2 for a couple minutes, it could be back to the 21.2 to 21.3 range magnet level, which could stay in there for quite a bit. But it's struggling to break past 21.2. Okay, we're getting some volatility here. Yeah, we're struggling. We're struggling to break through here, guys. Um, we're getting some volatility on the downside. Ooh, let's see. Okay, we're getting some volume here coming in. Well, you should see a decent spike here. Definitely higher than 6.27 will come on board in another minute. Hello? Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to come back. I'm about to pause the screen. I got a situation. I'll be back.